Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. LangChain v1.0 Orchestration Framework, episode 13 of 20. An autonomous agent is incredibly powerful, right up until the moment it autonomously emails a draft of your financials to the wrong client. Some actions are simply too risky to execute without a pair of human eyes. This is exactly why we use pausing for human approval. Agents execute tools automatically based on user prompts. That behavior is ideal for reading data, but it is dangerous for destructive or irreversible actions. We need a way to pause execution, ask a human if an action is safe, and then resume or abort. Before discussing the mechanics, we have to clear up a common failure point. Engineers sometimes configure interrupts and then wonder why the agent just crashes or restarts. You must have a checkpointer enabled. You cannot pause an agent if it cannot remember where it left off. The agent's entire memory and current progress must be saved to the persistence layer while it waits for a human to respond. No checkpointer means no pause. With persistence active, you can handle tool execution safely using the human-in-the-loop middleware. Consider a setup where your agent has two tools, a search tool and a delete database tool. You want the agent to search freely, but you absolutely do not want it dropping tables without permission. When you configure this middleware, you set an argument called interrupt on. You pass it the specific names of the tools that require oversight. In our scenario, you configure interrupt on to watch only for the delete database tool. The search tool is ignored by the middleware and executes immediately whenever the agent calls it. However, when the agent decides it needs to use the delete database tool, the middleware catches the request. It pauses the graph, saves the current state to your checkpointer, and halts execution entirely. The graph is now suspended in the persistence layer, waiting for human intervention. The human operator reviews the pending tool call and has three ways to respond to the middleware. The first decision type is approve. The human looks at the parameters the agent generated, agrees they are correct, and sends an approval command. The graph wakes up and executes the deletion exactly as the agent originally planned. The second decision type is reject. The operator sees that the agent is trying to delete the wrong target and sends a rejection. The tool does not execute. Instead, the agent receives an observation indicating that the action was blocked by a human. The agent then processes this feedback and can either try a different approach or ask the user for clarification. Here is the key insight. The third option is edit. Sometimes the agent is mostly correct but makes a minor error, like targeting the production environment instead of the staging environment. Rather than rejecting the action entirely and forcing the agent to reason through the problem again, the operator can modify the tool input parameters directly. The human changes the target environment to staging and submits the corrected call. The agent resumes and executes the action using the modified parameters, moving forward smoothly. By using this middleware, you protect your system from dangerous mistakes. Pausing for human approval doesn't just prevent catastrophes, it transforms your agent from an unpredictable entity into a supervised collaborator that can safely handle high-stakes operations. That is all for this one. Thanks for listening and keep building.